What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to show you how you can change your iPhone's camera settings. Okay, so first of all, we're going to go to our camera right here. If you cannot find yours, you can always just swipe down from the middle of your screen like so. Type in the word camera and just click on the icon right there. Okay, so here we are, and let's start with this section on the bottom. By default, it starts with a photo, okay, right here. Now, you can also have these other types of options. You can also record video. You can record video in cinematic mode, video in slow-mo, video in time-lapse, or you can record or take a picture in regular photo, in portrait mode, or in pano, which is panorama. We're going to go into detail on this later. For now, in the photo one, as you can see up top, we have these options right here. Immediately, the first one we have is the flash or no flash. If I click there, you see I activated flash. If I click again, I cancel flash. The next option is the one with the different type of contrast. We can, once we hit that, as you can see, this little option pops up, and we can actually select the amount we want. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it as it was. Okay, and close it by clicking there. And right here we also have these options. If we click on that, it gives us a different style of warmth. Right now it's in the cool setting. We can also switch. Now it's warm. As you can see, the cool versus warm. So it's different color lighting in the option right here. We also have the vibrant, rich contrast, and the standard. Okay, you can play around with these until you find one that is suitable for what you're trying to do. Okay, so hit back there, and now right here, let's click on that. That's the live or no live. If I click live, that means it's a live photo. A live photo is a photo that lasts for about a couple of seconds. We're gonna do a small trial, a small test run, for example. Look. All right, so as you can see, I just clicked take the picture, and this is what happens. Look, as you can see, if I press and hold the picture, look, it moves for a while, right? It moves just for about 2 seconds. That's what a live photo is. Okay, I'm just gonna go back here. I'm gonna turn it off for now. Okay, if I take right here, we have the more options. If we hit this little arrow thing here, right here, as you can see, we see the ones we talked about before. We have the flash, the contrast, live, the warmth or the style, the warmth of the photo. You have warm, cool, etc. And then we have the dimensions. Right now it's set to 4 and 3, but we can also choose square. As you can see how it changes. I hit it again, and I hit the 69. Okay, so that also changes the dimensions. But let's go back to 4:3, which is the standard one. Okay, we also have this one right here, which is going to give us the ability to change the exposure. So I can either go like this or go all the way to number 2. See how the exposure of the light changes? You can toy around with that until you find something you're happy with. Okay, let's go back. Now, about this one. This is a timer. Let's say I wanna. This is usually the one you use when you want to take a picture with yourself, and you have nobody else to take the picture, or a group photo, and you want everyone to appear. You can set the iPhone somewhere and give yourself a 10-second start, for example, or a 3-second start, and then just take the picture. So, for example, I have it set for 3 seconds. If I hit take picture, it's gonna give me a countdown with a flash. You see the counter there, and boom, takes the picture. Okay, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna disable it for now. And finally, we have this option right here. Okay, we have it's also different styles of warmth. We have the vivid warm, vivid cool, dramatic. You can choose any of these that you want. Okay, I'm gonna go with the original. And okay, for photo, you have those options, and you also have the ability to zoom in or zoom out. This is a quick adjustment. You have the one in 1x as a standard, but if I click 0.5, as you can see, it immediately zooms out. If I hit 1 again, it goes to how it was. I can also do it by pressing my fingers together like this, going inside. I can also zoom out, with my fingers, or zoom in rather, just by pinching your fingers together or pinching them or outwards to each other. Okay, so that is for pictures. If I want to close this menu, I can just click right here on the arrow. Okay, and let's go to portrait. Okay, it's just another style of taking photos, and it gives you other styles you can play with. For example, you have the natural light. You can also switch to studio light, contour light, stage light mono, and high key light mono. But I usually just go with natural light. You also have a pano shot. We're going to do a quick example of how this works. So, for example, this is my desk. We're going to click and hold the shot button right here, and we're going to slowly move it around like this, slowly. So you see it says, oh, you see how it says slow down? It means you have to go slower. So keep the line. Make sure the arrow stays within the yellow line. Okay. And that's it. I let go. All right. So let's see how it looks. As you can see, it's like a wide shot. It took there's my printer, my computer, my other computer. And you can do this all the way around. So you can take an incredible pano shot with that. Okay, let's go back to photos. Just one more thing I wanted to show you. You can also change the focus. Right now, for example, it's focused right here. Just click and tap there. But what if I want to click focus on somewhere more beyond there, like this one? You see how it changes? Okay, you can do that on any part of the screen. So you can focus where you need to focus. Now, as you can see, there's this little sun. That's the brightness setting. You can also toy with that. Okay, if you press there, you can just press and move it around. You can swipe down, or you can swipe up like this. Okay, if you want to return to normal, just click anywhere like this, and it goes back to the regular settings of the brightness. Now, so we covered pano, portrait, and photo. Let's go to video. This is a normal video. This is the one that mostly everyone uses for casual video taking. As you can see right here on the top left, we have the flash button. If we activate it like this, it's going to start, if we record, for example. Okay. We have the ability of it giving us some light. Okay. Now, let's shut it off. Also, we have right here on the top right, it says HD 60. Okay, those are the frames per second. That's 60 frames per second. Okay, if I click that, I can go to 30 frames per second. Click again, and it goes to 60. So it's all about the frame rate you want to use. Okay, let's go to cinematic right here. All right. Cinematic is another style of video taking, okay? It's, as you can see, it gives you more focus on certain items. As you can see this is my little iPhone holder right here. You can see everything on the background is a lot more blurry. If we go back to video, you see it's more, encompasses all of the items. In cinematic, it's a way to focus on a particular thing that you are wanting to you want to stand out, okay? So you can choose either video or cinematic. And then we have slow-mo, okay? Slow-mo, as you can figure out, is going to be like a slow motion take. So for example, let's do like a test. Okay, recording. Okay, let's see how that turned out. You see how slow it's going? So it basically slows down your video, okay? And then we have time lapse. Okay, let's do a test run so you can see what it does. Okay, let's take a look. As you can see, it's the opposite of slow-mo, okay? Makes your video go fast. Okay, so let's go back to video or photo. Let's see, regular standard where we were. Now there's some other settings I wanted to show you, okay? I'm just gonna head back to my home panel right here. We're going to go to settings. Mine is right here, but you can always swipe down from the middle of your screen like we did before and type in the word settings. Okay, click on the icon. All right, now we're going to scroll down right here where it says camera. Okay, hit that. And we have a lot of settings that we can tweak. For example, the first one says formats. Okay, you can either capture in high efficiency or most compatible. This is going to affect the file size. Go back. Okay, record video. Okay, if we click on that, as you can see, we have the options of recording on different capacities. So we have the quality styles. We have the 720p, which is at 30 frames per second. That's gonna occupy a lot less space. Okay, but it's not gonna give us the amount of quality we want. And right now, our default is 1080p HD at 60 frames per second. It's a standard, and it's a pretty good video quality. If you want more, if you want the best, the most quality available for your iPhone, you're going to choose this one right here. Okay, so you can see it says high efficiency video, 4K, 60 frames per second video will only play on macOS High Sierra 10.13 or later. So you may have some compatibility issues there, but you can also choose these ones, 4K at 30 or 4K at 24. But again, 4K is going to take a lot more space, okay? So just consider that. I'm just gonna leave this back where it was, okay? You have your HDR video, high efficiency, which is going to let you record up to 60 frames per second video in 10-bit high dynamic range, including Dolby Vision. You have your auto FPS and your lock camera, which is do not automatically switch between cameras while recording video. Okay, just several options you can choose from to make your video recording the way you want. You also have record slow-mo, okay? The slow-mo we recorded was actually at 720p, but again, you can change it to any other quality you want. Okay, record stereo sound instead of mono, preserve settings, use volume up for bursts. You can scan QR codes. This option right here is basically so that you're telling your camera that you can recognize QR codes when they are present in a piece of paper or a virtual menu. Or if you don't want to be bothered by that, you can also switch it off like this. But I usually do use it, so I'm going to leave it on. And show detect the text. This is so that if there's text on the video, the iPhone is going to actually recognize as text. But if you don't want to be bothered by that, you can also switch that off. Okay. Then we have the grid. Okay. As you can see, I do have a grid. You see these lines right here. This is going to help you align your shot a lot better. But if you don't want it, you can also you can always just turn it off like this. I click it here, and if we go back, okay, you see the grid lines are gone now. And we have the mirror front camera and the view outside of the frame. I usually don't use these. And finally, we have the prioritize faster shooting. It says intelligently adapt image quality when rapidly pressing the shutter. And the lens correction says correct lens distortion on the front and ultra wide camera. Now these options are more specific, more professional. If you're a layman like me, you're really not going to go into those settings unless you're really a professional. But that's it, guys. I hope this tutorial helps you a little bit. If you like the video, please like it and subscribe, and we'll be giving you more videos in the future soon. Thanks.